Hello, I'm Doug and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today we're at fresh cheese number 18. So this is an effort guided largely by a chapter in this book, The Book of Cheese by Liz Thorpe. And she organizes her cheeses in such a way that it's readily understandable. And we're only looking at her mozzarella gateway, which is this guy. And I'm calling it fresh cheeses because that's a better description. Everyone might think it's just mozzarella that we're looking at. But I'll have a link down to her book and her system below and a few of her videos. But for this one, we're looking at Queso Hondureño. I was poking around in a Hispanic food market in the New Orleans area and saw this guy and thought, look, it's rineless, it's high moisture, it's very perishable. I don't know what it tastes like, but if it tastes like milk and cream, it's probably in the mozzarella gateway in my fresh cheese group. So I've been working on this chunk. It's very crumbly and falls apart to some extent, but it's been tough because it's so salty and so tart. So I'll do a little taste now and describe what I come across. Kind of firm and springy. Reminds me of paneer or halloumi. So it's nice and pleasant when you're first chewing it, but then you start getting some cooked milk flavors in the middle, and then when you swallow it, boy, it finishes with a lot of tart saltiness. There's a very pronounced tartness. There's a very pronounced saltiness. I looked at the label here. 2-ounce serving gives you 970 milligrams of salt. Of sodium. So that's on the higher end. So I'm getting sort of a cooked dairy flavor, lactic acid flavor, salt. Definitely cream and milk in the notes, but they're less than all the other things going on. So I'm just going to put a little bit on a cracker. Let's see, which cracker would be good? This is basically a cooking cheese that maybe they crumble it on top of other things, and I fried some because I heard that's a popular way of serving it. So that is a good flavor combination with the buttery cracker. They're both salty, but it's hard to picture this on a cheese board or being served by itself. Most of these fresh cheeses are ingredient cheeses. They're part of something else. They're part of a recipe. So I think this would crumble very nicely and be a topping. If you just run it over a shredder, it'll crumble into little bits. So I'm not going to eat these other pieces to help my blood pressure, but I did fry a few slices in some olive oil, and they browned up very nicely, and I hear that's a popular way of serving it, so I'll try this. Well, that's a different experience. It's very browned. I don't get the dairy feel or the dairy notes. There's some salt. It's crunchy and crispy. Tastes a little cheesy. It's just a cheese that I'm not used to. A little of the cooking oil is coming out and becoming part of the mouthfeel. So I like it. This is an easier way to eat it than this is. And I hear fried cheese is part of maybe a breakfast. So the frying worked out well, and the tasting is going better than the cheese by itself. So I don't know about Honduran cooking and recipes. There is a Honduran restaurant I could go to find out. And I might do that. And every indication of this package is that it's actually imported from Honduras. So I don't know specifically. I've never read anywhere that explicitly that describes this as a fresh cheese that hasn't been aged. But it's made from pasteurized milk. And I have seen Queso Hondureño duro, which means hard. So I get the impression that it's a much harder cheese, more like a Parmesan or an older Gouda or something like that. And I think this is the young one that would be considered fresh or unaged, but don't know for sure. So if anyone can let me know in the comments, I would appreciate it. This is not the duro, and I see Queso Hondureño with duro in the name quite a bit. So I think it's telling me there's two different kinds, and I got the younger, higher moisture kind. So hope that's the case. So as usual, please like this video, click the thumbs up down below, leave a comment or question, answer my questions, and subscribe to the channel. And if you click the bell, you'll get notified every time a new video is released on Mondays and Thursdays. So that will do it for episode 18 of Fresh Cheese. So come back for the next one.